Hello everyone, welcome to another video in our beginner math class. Today we're going to be looking at a fun math game that you guys can play. I'm sure you guys have heard of Sudoku. It is a math game where you line up all the numbers 1 through 9 in this column, in this row, and then in each of these boxes. I wanted to show you a different variant of this game found in Sudoku.com that is called Killer Sudoku. Yeah, so wow, what is all this? What is all these complicated numbers? Well, it's quite easy. It's actually the number on top here is the total sum of the numbers within this whole box. So in here, for example, this box over here and then this box over here, the number 5 will add up to 13. And so this number must be 13 minus 5, so 8. Easy. And then this single box should add up to 9, so it's 9. This box should add up to 7 and 11, and we have 7 here, so 4, for example. This box should add up to 6, and we have 4, so 2. And this is how it goes. Now the medium is a bit harder. I'll show you. We have more numbers here. We also have boxes of 3, we have boxes of 5 here, and so in these cases we really can't guess the numbers here and we have to look outside. So for example here, let's say we have the number 9, 8, and 1, and these all add up to 18, and this whole box has to add up to 24, so this must be 6, right? And then let's think about it here. The possible so this is 7 because that has to end up in 2, and so the possible numbers that can end up here is either 3 or 5 in this box, because only 3 and 5 are missing in this whole box, right? What if we put 3 in here? We would have 3 and this would have to be 4. That's fine. But if we put 5 in here and we put 2 in here, this 2 would overlap. So necessarily this cannot be 5 and it has to be 3. We get 4 and we get 5 here. This is the kind of mental game that this variant of Sudoku allows you to play. It's really interesting because there is an added element of sums in it, and especially if you go to the expert level, it gets kind of crazy. You're not given any information and you're gonna be like, what? How am I supposed to figure this out? Well, here is a strategy. I absolutely love expert Sudoku, and I've been spending too much time on this, but here is the basic strategy. So in these boxes, in these single boxes, you put the number in because that's pretty obvious. And then with numbers that are pretty small, you think of the possible combinations of numbers that can end up in here. Because, starting from 4, it's too large to go in here. And you can't even put 3 because 0 isn't an option. So the only 2 numbers that can end up here is 1 and 2. And so using this function, we're going to put 1, 2, 1, 2 as the possible candidates. Same thing here. So 4, we can only have 1 plus 3 or 2 plus 2, but 1 plus 3 is an option, 2 plus 2 is not, because 2, 2 would mean the same numbers in this same row, which is not a possibility. And so this has to be 1 or 3, 1 or 3. There, another option. Let's see, this is another single box. We can put 4 in there. What's also interesting, it seems like, is 5. And so the option that 5 presents us, there are 2 options, 1 plus 4 and 2 plus 3. If you think about it, those 2 are the only options. Now, because of 3 over here, 2 plus 3 is not an option, because if we put 2 and 3, or 3 or 2 in here, the 3 would overlap. And so this has to be 1 and 4. And so this is the kind of logic that you're going to follow. And so, oh, I have 1 and 4 there. Let's see, what else can I figure out? This requires a lot of thinking. You're going to be spending a lot of time just staring at the screen, trying to figure combinations out, but in the end, it's definitely going to pay off. Okay, let's see. Another possible way of thinking about this is also looking at the sum of each of these boxes, and then the sum that's supposed to be in this whole box, because we know that this whole single box should have 1 to 9, and so it should have the whole sum of this box should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus yada 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 to 8 plus 9, and so all the sum from 1 to 9. And if you do it on a calculator, you actually get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. You get 45. And so the total number of the total sum of this whole box should be 45, and you know that we have 15, 9, and 16. And if we add that up, that becomes, I believe, 40, because 16 plus 15 plus 9, yeah, that becomes 40. And so these two numbers must add up to 5. This is another kind of idea that you can think of. Oh, well, if this must add up to 5, if I put 1 here, could a 4 go in there? Yes. If I put 2 here, could a 3 go in here? Yes. And you think of these different options, right? In some cases, this actually provides a good insight because, for example, let's say this number was like 3. If we put 2 in here, then 3 could not go up there, and so this must be 1. This is the kind of logic that you're gonna follow. Yeah, and let's try to finish a bit. Let's try to figure out a bit more numbers in this one. Let's see. I would say, oh, here is a very interesting thing. So, okay, let's look at this whole two boxes. These two boxes must add up to 45 and 45 each, so 90, right? And so if we end up all these tiny little boxes in here, that must all add up to 90. But we have this single square jutting out, and so we can actually use this to find this number. Let me show you how. And so we'll add up all the numbers here. We'll do 9 plus 4 plus 13, that's 26, and then plus 11, so 37, plus 37 plus 12, so 49. 49 plus 16 is 65. 65 plus 18 is 83. And so, okay, 83. And we know that all these numbers should add up to 90. And so this must be 90 minus 83, so 7. If these two add up to be 7, then this number should also be 7. This is the kind of logic that you're going to use. Kind of crazy, right? It's like, oh, how am I even supposed to figure that out kind of stuff. Yeah, but it's also very interesting, very fun. I spent a lot of time on this because it is so addictive, so much thinking that could be done. And expert level is obviously very difficult, a lot of time commitment. So I would start off easy. I would go easy, medium, hard, and then expert, just climbing your way up the ladder. Yeah, thank you so much. It was great to be able to share it with you. It's sudoku.com/killer/expert. So check that out and have an amazing day. Bye.